Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Liz, and welcome back to Sky Factory 3. In the last episode, we were making a wither farm. So we have this set up right here with a mob grinder as well as some phantom placers underneath, all set up so that we can automatically summon and kill the wither. Which means automatic wither stars, nether stars, whatever. I always call them wither stars. I don't know why. Probably because they come from wither. But a little bit of an issue that I've been having. I've tested it once off camera. I haven't tested it since. But as you can see, I put some soul sand in there kind of preemptively. So if we take some nether stars, let's get another nether star. So presumably it will summon one in. Okay, will it destroy that? I actually don't know. No. Because these are claimed chunks, it shouldn't destroy blocks. So that should work to basically automate the wither. So what's happening is, well, okay, let me start with the problem I had. So the problem I had was if the skulls are placed before the last soul sand is placed, which happens because we're only transferring one item at a time, so the only one item goes into each slot of the phantom placers. So what I was having problems with was the wither skulls would actually be placed before the soul sand, and if that happens, the wither doesn't spawn. The last thing that needs to be placed is a wither skull. So I considered changing like where the phantom placers were placing things, just so that it's kind of automatically actually I might want to do that just to like the middle one, because it could still cause problems if I want to make more than one wither star at another star at a time, because if the last soul sand isn't placed and the wither skulls are, then it doesn't work. So yeah, I'll have to think something up for that. But for now, a temporary fix is just to have some soul sand in there automatically, preemptively, I guess. And yeah, the other fix I could probably do is tell these phantom placers to place it on the soul sand. But I don't know what will happen if the soul sand isn't there. And also, well, we're not going to be able to summon the wither until the wither in here is dead, unless we do some trickiness with moving the wither. But it's complicated. I don't really want to deal with that right now, so we're not going to. It should work well enough for my purposes for now. So, between episodes, I've been very, very, very busy. As you can see, we're starting to get some normal mob spawns over here, because there's no more chickens here. And in fact, if we come up here, there's no more chickens here. They are all in their place and organized and whatnot. We can get rid of F7 now. Every single one is 10, 10, 10 and in their proper place. And we're getting, yeah, plenty of stuff pretty constantly too. I don't know how constantly, but constantly enough. So it's kind of nice. There is still a few things left to do. I need to clean up the chests and whatnot. I have kept a single egg of every single type. So there should be, what is it, 82? So there's what, 3, 6, 9, 12, 24, 48, 60, 72, 82. Yeah, perfect. So there is a bunch of eggs in here. I need to put them downstairs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put them down here, and I might actually organize them at least vaguely, so that like all the natural stuff is together, all of the gems and reactors and Britannia stuff and the metals are all together and whatnot. Just kind of organize them in a way that makes sense. Obviously, I still have a lot of building to do. But mostly at this point, the chicken coop is done functionally. So I just need to like clean up the chests and, you know, empty this chest out and that one and all that kind of fun stuff. So a little bit of cleanup work to do, but nothing major. But the chickens are all done. So my next project is going to be definitely finishing this guy up to get power to everything and to get an upper floor so that we can get all these seed reprocessors done and all that kind of stuff taken care of. So plenty of work left to do with these two farms, but pretty close to being done. So what are we going to do today? Well, the first thing I'd like to do is I'm tired of using this ring of magnetization. As far as I'm aware, there's no way to turn this thing off other than getting it out of your inventory. And, well, I don't want that anymore. So what we're going to do is we're going to get an item dislocator from Draconic Evolution. And this is really easy to make. We just need an Eye of Ender and some Draconium ground up, which we should be able to do somewhere. I guess we'll go downstairs. I need to make more machines and all that kind of fun stuff too. Lots of... Ooh, actually... Draconic dust we can crush. We have to use a crusher. Ooh. I didn't realize that. So I guess we're gonna come over here. Let's crush up the draconium dust. It shouldn't go anywhere, so we shouldn't have to worry about that. But that's good to know. We're going to want a bunch of different things, a bunch of different machines. We'll probably get some double crushers and whatnot, just so that we can kind of use them at will. But they'll all go right in this area and all that kind of fun stuff. We've got a lot of work to do in this series. I will say I always have the problem with this series of knowing what to do next. And it's kind of a pain sometimes. But let's go ahead and make the item dislocator. Now, we could make an upgraded one, the awakened one. I don't really care to. It just increases the range. But this thing we can actually shift click to turn on and off. And can't we also put it in a bobble slot? No. We can put it in our offhand, but that's it. Okay. But that's fine. So now we have something that will allow us to collect items from range whenever we want, and that's going to be great. So real quick, let's take a look at our achievement book. Let's kind of go through this and see what all we have done. So Wood Age is completely done. Stone Age is completely done. Farming Age is completely done. Mystical Farming, we need to use the growth crystals for growth accelerators. But other than that, that's done. We need to start a new island somewhere else. We'll do that another time. Most of this stuff is kind of whatever. Automate crop harvesting, we'll do that later. I've kind of decided that this entire area, we're going to greatly change it. I believe there is a insanity thing. Yeah, Ender IO farming station with octadic capacitors, which automate 20 different crops. That's something we're going to do kind of with the automatic crop harvesting. We'll figure out like 20 things we want to grow. Wheat, carrots, potatoes, rice. I don't know what else. We'll probably get rid of this farm. We don't really need it now because we have an Enderman farm and we have plenty of Ender pearls coming in from other sources, so it's not really needed anymore. But yeah, we'll kind of do those two things together. We need to get into extreme reactors one of these days. That's going to be pretty painful, to be honest. You know, how much does this actually produce? I don't know. But we should be close to the 10K. Other than those conduits are not good enough. So lightning rod, higher tier solar panel, lots of things that we need to like kind of miscellaneous things to do. Need to get back into blood magic. So what we're going to do today is we're going to resurrect the dragon, and then we are going to kind of work on the Age of the Traveler a little bit more. Specifically, we're going to be creating a dimension with Ender Dragons. So Is there anything else? Hey, get 20 different chickens and automate resource collection. We've done that now. Technically that's been done for a while, but we finally actually have that done. So that is great. And cool. There's not much else that we need to like look at. So yeah, like I said, what we're going to do today is we're going to head back to the end. We're going to fight the dragon, sorta. We're going to use a syringe to collect dragon blood. So that's the first thing we're going to make. So the syringe is really easy. It's just some iron in a bottle. And this will allow us to, well, basically we can go up and hit the dragon with this and collect stuff. Now, the things that we're going to need in order to resummon the dragon is the end crystals. Now, this is a vanilla mechanic now. We don't have to do the old the ritual of resurrection from Draconic Evolution. We have a vanilla recipe for it. But it does require another star in this version because of Draconic Evolution, but that's whatever. Nether stars are pretty easy for us now, so let's get like a stack of glass. And we need 4 of these. Perfect. So let's head to the end. Do we actually have like... No. We don't have any other locations, so we'll head to the end. We have flight. And what we'll do is, while we're here, let's go ahead and make a... let's make a new location. And we'll commit it and do that. But all we need to do now is... I find it really weird that there is just a wall of clouds here. It's really, really odd. Anyways, we should be able to just put this on here. And do we need the egg? We might actually need the egg. I don't know. So I guess let's go back home real quick. And let's see, dragon egg. Now we can make more of these. That is a thing we can do. We need shulker pearls, zen crystals, dragon's breath, unstable ender pearls, which are pretty easy, and a dragon heart. So, like, we could make all that stuff. I want to make sure. Let's see if this has any information about resurrecting the dragon, because I don't know if it actually needs. I don't know if it actually needs stuff, and this isn't going to tell us. So, because it is a vanilla mechanic now, but I hoped. I have a feeling we need the dragon egg. So, let's go back to the end and see if we can't resurrect the dragon. Oh man, that Enderman scared me. Like, legitimately. Wow. So, theoretically... Because otherwise, what we're going to need is, like, more land area. And I think that's what it is. Okay, so that's not that big of a problem. Let's go back home. Let's see. Let's get... Let's get a bunch of double compressed cobblestone and a couple wands, I guess. And we'll just make a huge island until something happens. I think? I don't know. Let's find out if this will work. So We'll try to expand the island. Maybe that's the issue. Who knows? Anyways, let's just kind of build this out. We might need to do stuff again with the... We might need to do something with making more of the crystals, which is not a problem. We can farm the nether, the wither rather, get the nether stars. Now I'm just mixing it back and forth whenever I want. So let's just make a big platform and see if that is the issue. And I have a funny feeling that it's not going to work until we replace the, like, we're going to have to place down the end crystals again. But if that's the case, who cares? It's not that big of a deal. We'll live with it. And let's go this way a little bit. More importantly is just getting the egg back. So let's just make it too thick because why not? Okay, that's honestly good enough. So let's go back home and let's see. I'm half looking up if I can figure out, like, on the fly what we need to resurrect the dragon, if we can, and all that kind of stuff. At the same time of, like, trying to do this. But let's make another one of these. And let's get a piston with a lever. We'll have to make one of those. So stick and stone. Alright, so let's head back to the end. And let's see if we can't figure this out. So there is going to be a lot more, like, stuff going on, and if I can't figure it out after this little bit, so let's go ahead and place that like so. Get the lever. Alright, and let's clean up all this cobblestone. And I guess we'll do that. Alright, so we need 4 of these things. 4 of the ender crystals. So I don't know what is, like, the challenge with all this. So let's get 1. We need 2 more nether stars. This will be a good test to see if this will work or not. Like I said, I don't think it will, because it does that, and then it won't respawn the wither. So yeah, so as you can see, it doesn't respawn the wither. We need to delay the wither skulls for a little bit. And evidently I got too close to the farm. So let's drop these guys off. And I want to do something a little bit clever, since I'm going to have to break stuff and whatnot. Let's get a skull, a wither skull, as well as, I don't know why I didn't just type wither, one of the pieces of wither glass. And what we can do to our range collector is just tell it to not pick these items up. So this is currently on blacklist. So we don't want it to pick up these guys. That way we can turn our magnet back on, break the glass, get the glass, and do something like this. So we'll just back up a little bit so we don't pick up anything, but it should be fine. And that should be the other 2 nether stars that we need for the crystals. So I don't know if the dragon egg needs to be there or not. I don't think it should, question mark. But let's go to the end. And yeah, so I'm really trying to figure out why it didn't work, because it should have. So I'll tell you guys what. I'm gonna figure out how to get this to work. I'm gonna look up some information and whatnot, and we'll come back after I have. Why is he just pushing me? He wasn't actually hurting me. That's odd. But yeah, I will come back after I figure out how to resurrect the dragon, and we'll do what we need to. So be right back. Alright, so I think I know how to. It might be as simple as, rather than putting it on these corners, putting it in the cardinal directions. So we'll see if this works or not. Hopefully it does. And there we go. Yeah, so it was as simple as that. Honest mistake, I've never actually resurrected the dragon in, I guess, pseudo vanilla. Well, okay, it should be, 1.10 or above. I haven't really played much of the newer versions of Minecraft. I'm still a really big fan of, like, the version 1.7. So here comes the dragon. And that is perfect. Oh my gosh, he's really loud. Master volume's not that bad. So what we need to do is we need to come up with the dragon. And why can't I get close enough? So I guess let's fly underneath the dragon. Above it. I don't know what is going on with hitboxes. But I don't know if we need to. Okay. Dragon. Can we fill up a syringe? Mob is 100. Cool. So all we need to do now is kill the dragon. Should not be a problem. And if we need to resurrect the dragon again, that's not that big of a deal. Let's get that off of the bar. Put our food back. Ow. It was rude. Alright, so you know what, can we actually hit this through? No. But we should be able to do something like this now. And just break this. And it should fall and break it all. Yep. So let's just go around. Break all of the crystals. And kill the dragon again. So, not that big of a deal. Just kind of something we gotta do. We have the dragon's essence, presumably. So, that's nice. We don't have to worry about that anymore. And, yeah, just a matter of killing the dragon. And yeah, once we're done with this, we're going to be able to make a Dimlet with dragons. Now that is both good and bad. For right now, it's not that good because, well, we actually don't have... I believe we can physically attack him. We don't really have any good weapons, so apologies for the sound. It's pretty loud for me too, so sorry about that, but we'll get rid of the dragon and... Oh man. Aw. Oh my gosh, that is so loud. That did not help. Yeah, I do not know why that did not help. Whatever. Anyways. Give me the goods. Apologies for the volume. Doesn't seem to want to get better. And hey, there's a dragon egg. So, we have a dragon heart. We're gonna have another dragon egg. We can also get a bunch of bottles and scoop up all the dragon's breath, which is also really good to have. So let's go ahead and do that. Bottles. Let's put the heart away and the dragon egg. We can pretty easily go back to the end to get the dragon's breath, as well as, assuming it's still there, which it is. Okay, I don't want ender air. This is all ender air. And I don't want that. Dang it. Whatever. Anyways, what we can do is we can go ahead and grab the egg, which is 3 blocks in. 1, 2, 3. We'll just do something like this. And we break the block above it, it'll fall, hit the torch, or break the block below it, hits the torch, and we get a second egg. So let's get out of here. We've got our syringe full of dragon blood, I guess, and essence, I guess is what they call it, but I mean, it's kind of dragon blood. Are there actually things? Yes, there are Endermen all over our base now. I think that's because they fell through the portal, and then got teleported here, so not the best of things to happen, but whatever. But Tanya, do you have something to tell me about the dragon's breath? It might not actually tell me much about that. Ender artifacts. Attracting ender air. Yeah. I don't know how to get the dragon's breath easier, but whatever. There might actually be a recipe for it. Dragon's breath, no. So that's something we'll have to figure out later, but whatever. For now, it's not that big of a deal. So let's clean up our inventory a little bit. We did do a new thing. We resurrected one of the dragons. And now what we need to do is we need to create a Ender Dragon Dimlet. So in order to do that, all we need to do is we're going to need the syringe. We're going to need just a base part. We're going to need all the top tier stuff. So the advanced energy modules, the advanced memory, and then a tier 6 plus a mob dimlet type. So we have everything we need. And that should make us the Ender Dragon. Perfect. So with that, we should be able to make just a standard dimension with this. Let's see. We'll do this. We'll put mob in there. We'll say dragons. We will store it. And it's actually pretty cheap. So we'll put that in there. It'll build. It'll take a while to build, but it's not that bad. Let's go ahead and go sleep, get rid of this rain. And what we're going to do is we're going to head into that dimlet. Now, as I've said before, all the dimlets in this mod pack are going to be void. That is just the way the mod works. It's a config option. Let's go kill these Endermen while we're waiting. And what we're going to do is we're going to head into the dimension. We're going to set up a portal at like a there's something like protecting us or something. I don't know what. Alright. Oh my gosh, why are the Endermen so loud? So what we're going to do is we're going to head into the dimension once it's completed, which it is. Requires 10,000 RF per tick, which is quite a bit. But we're keeping up. And what we can do is just go here, go to the dragons, dial once. And what we're going to do is immediately we're going to secure our our platform. So we're gonna just add a new Dragon Dimlet, commit, and then we're gonna get away. Now, as you can see, there's dragons everywhere. There's also, what else do we have? Jungle wood, orbs, netherrack, liquid orbs. These are small liquid orbs, but this is good. We can get some of these features. We also have dimensional cross blocks. It is lagging a little bit. These seem to be all filled with water, which is boring, but you can't win everything. But I want to see, there was something. Aren't you prosperity? Okay. There's a bunch of prosperity or stuff, but there's also dimensional shards. It is incredibly laggy. Oh, hey, what's this? No idea. So yeah, there's dragons here. Dragons will do things. And we can potentially get some of the features from this if we wanted to, but it's not that big of a deal. We can also check this, which is pretty important. Oh my gosh, it is so laggy. Let's just take all of these. I don't really need the parts, so we're not going to worry about those. But we can explore through here, and whenever we want to go home, we just right-click. So before we do, there's a couple other things I want to look for, see if there is anything here, specifically marble and limestone. Yeah, this is very laggy. What is my... Let's just get some limestone. Ow. The mobs are painful. Marble. There was something else. Basalt. So if I see any basalt, I'd also like that. But that'll allow us to make the remainder of the... oh, what are they called? There's some basalt right there. The remainder of the seeds that we need. So let's just grab these. Feature, ravines, not really something I want, but I see some basalt, which is... and... you know what? I think we're good here. So, there are definitely dragons here. Let's go home. Let's take this guy out. And put him in here. So, cool. Definitely something that we will be using later. But not really that important right now. So, we have basalt. We have a lot of really cool things. A bunch of dimlets that we don't really need. But what we can do is let's see. Let's put these in here. Let's take whatever stacks we have of stuff, and so 1 parts 0, 2, 3. A lot of the like useless things, we could just put them all in here. And then as we need stuff, we can pretty easily get it. So for now, we're just going to store the dimlets in there. We can adjust things later. So yeah, let's go ahead and turn our magnet off. We have a new achievement thing. So use a syringe to create a dimension with Ender Dragons. We did that. Cool. Alright, so the last thing I want to do, since we just got these, is we need to make the last of the seeds. So we need our clipboard. So what are the seeds we need? We need marble, limestone, and basalt seeds. So marble seeds, limestone seeds, basalt seeds. So marble are tier 2, tier 2, tier 2. So we need 3 tier 2s, which we already have. And then we just need essence, this type. So theoretically, we should be able to get limestone seeds, marble seeds, and I must have misclicked basalt seeds. Perfect. So that is the final 3 seeds that we needed. So we can mark those off, and we should have all the seeds in the game. So I'll just need to kind of go through and make sure we can get these guys like collected and all that. I will make sure we have them in the right order. And yeah, so next time what I want to do, or at least what I want to start working towards, is I'm going to work on this guy just a little bit, probably just get the upstairs ready so that I can make a bunch of the seed reprocessors. And as for what we're going to work towards, honestly, I don't know yet. We'll figure something out. We'll kind of go towards something cool, but for the time being, like, some of the big things we need is power, so maybe we'll start looking into big reactors next time. I'm not sure yet, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!